Hey, what's going on? D Green here with Church Social Media Made Easy. And in this video, what I want to talk about is the content strategy that small to medium sized churches should be using on social media in 2020 and in 2021. So I want to make this really quick, to the point, practical, and steps that you can actually follow without feeling overwhelmed and stressed out and not really knowing where to go. So the reason why I'm recording this is I see a lot of churches not really knowing what to do. Either they're just using Zoom and they're struggling to get members on the Zoom call, or they're just using Facebook and they're doing a bunch of Facebook lives, and people aren't, if they're not tuning in, they don't have a way to actually engage with their church outside of that. So what I want to do is help you guys avoid that and give you guys a content strategy that you can use to start attracting new members, increase the tithes and offerings. It's not all about money, but you want to pay the pastors, you want to pay the other team members, you want to be able to help your community out. That takes money, and just to be able to spread the gospel in general. So step one, what you want to do is make sure right now that you are recording your services. Make sure that you're live streaming them, you're pre-recording them, you have an actual video that you can access and get access to, and you can download it of your actual sermon. So let's say even if you're not in church, that's okay if you're just at home and you're just preaching, or you're just talking to a camera like this. Doesn't matter, just whatever you're doing to preach a message, whether that's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour and a half, make sure that you're recording it, right? That's step one. There's so many different ways to do it. There's StreamYard, there's Zoom, there's an iPhone, there's cameras, there's switcher, whatever. You figure that part out, but make sure that you're recording it. The best thing to do from there is to actually live stream it on Facebook and YouTube if possible. If you can't do both, just do Facebook, post to YouTube later. So the reason why you want to do that is people can engage, and it feels more of like a, like kind of like real church, so to speak. And it gives them like a time to actually tune in rather than having to watch it later. That they're not really going to do that. It's going to be hard for them to be consistent. So you actually want to live stream if possible, right? So live stream it and make sure you have a recording to that. So make sure you're recording it, make sure you're live streaming it. So that's going to be your post on Sunday, or however many times you're preaching, right? So that's like your core content, your main piece of content. Now from there, what you want to do is you want to break down those main sermons into little mini message videos. The reason why you want to do that is because there's a whole bunch of birds over here, but because not everybody is going to take an hour and a half to watch your sermon, right? But they will take 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes for a short message if you can catch their attention. I'll link you guys in the description to a video that I created on how to do that. But what you want to do is break those longer videos up into mini videos, 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, mini clip videos. So now what you want to do with those is you want to post those onto Instagram, onto Facebook, and even you can even post those onto TikTok. That way you don't have to figure out how to dance and how to do all these different things, right? So that's the first thing that you want to, or that's the next thing, that you want to do, is take those videos, post those onto Instagram, post those onto Facebook. And again, there's a video that I did on how to do that. Next, what you can do is you can strip the audio, and this maybe isn't an exact order of the steps, but I'm telling you what you should be doing. You take that audio of your service, of the sermon, of the main one, and you want to put that onto a podcast. I did another video. You can look on my page on how to start your own podcast, but basically you can use Anchor, you can use Libsyn. It doesn't really matter what you use. There's so many different ones. Just research which one's best for you. And you want to take that audio and put it on a podcast. And now people can listen to your sermon without having to be on Facebook, without having to be on YouTube. They can listen while they're multitasking, while they're running, while they're in the car, different ways for them to listen. So you want to take the audio and you want to put it onto a podcast. So now you have the live sermon that's going on to YouTube and to Facebook. You have the mini message videos. Those are going on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And now you have something that's going on to your podcast. And then next, what you can do, instead of posting a whole bunch of just scriptures with the mountains in the back, or just random photos, which I see a lot of people doing, is you can post scriptures onto Twitter, or you can post little quotes from the sermon onto Twitter. You can screenshot those and you can put those onto Instagram and to Facebook. And the reason why you want to do that is because it's going to show a profile, your profile picture and your username and your name. And so now when people see those, it actually ties them back to your church. The problem that I see a lot of churches doing now with the scriptures is that it's not tying people back to their church. Yeah, cool, it's a great scripture and it's something that's inspiring, but people just see it, they like it, and they're just only thinking about the Bible. They're not thinking about your church. And the reason why that's bad is because now you can't feed them later. You can't continually help them because it's not being tied back to your church. So this is a super easy way to do it. You don't have to be a graphic designer or anything like that. And so that's what you guys should do. That's the basis, and that's what I would do. I would live stream my service, or make sure I can record it. I'd post that whole sermon to Facebook and to YouTube. I would take the audio, put the audio on a podcast, and then I would take the long sermon, I would break it up into miniature videos. I'd put those onto Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And then I would post quotes, scriptures, and memorable quotes from the sermon onto Twitter, screenshot those, or you can post those onto Instagram and Facebook. And then you can even just post pictures of your staff, of your pastor while he's preaching onto Instagram, and give people a good idea of the vibe of your church. So what you don't want to do is just be on Zoom, just be on Facebook, just relying on live videos that are an hour long, because people don't always have the time to watch an hour-long sermon. You want to give them a way to get a taste of your church, a little bit at a time. That way they can build up, they can like you, know you, trust you, and then they're going to want to go to your church, right? And you don't just want to be posting a bunch of random scriptures, because that's probably not going to get you where you're trying to go, right? So hope that helps. Maybe you're sitting there and you're saying, okay, D, this makes sense, but we need help actually pulling this off, implementing it. Or maybe you want to know some more of the strategies that we're teaching our churches in our coaching program, Church Social Media Made Easy. If that's the case, what I'll do, I'll just leave a link below. You can book a free strategy session with us. We'll tell you more about our program. We'll help you come up with a game plan. And if you want to become a member, we can show you what that looks like. So it's not salesy. We just want to help you put everything together. So if that's you need more help, I'll put the link below. All you have to do is click it. It's going to take you to a short application. Then you can book a call with us, and we'll talk to you more about our program. I'll have my team send you more information. So hope this video helps. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any additional questions or any other videos you guys want me to make to help you guys, spread the gospel online, and to just do all these things digitally. Otherwise, book a call, like this video, subscribe, and talk to you guys on the next one.